नावे तीर्थ जी कोई नावे 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 कोई नावे तीर्थ कोई खज जाए कोई करे पूजा कोई सिर निभाए कोई पढ़े वेद कोई कतेब कोई पढ़े वेद कोई पढ़े वेद कोई कतेब कोई ओढ़े नील कोई सुपेद कोई कहा तुर्क कोई कहा हिंदू जी कोई कहा तुर्क कोई कहा हिंदू कोई बादशाह पिस्ते कोई सुरगिंदू कोई सुरगिंदू कहो नानक जिन कहो नानक जिन हुक्म पछाता कहो नानक जिन हुक्म पछाता
हुक्म पछाने सो एको जाने हुक्म पछाने सोए को जाने बंदा कहिए सोई बंदा कहिए सोई
सब में सच्चा एको सोई तिसका किया सब कुछ कोई हुक्म पछाने सो एको जाने बंदा कहिए सोई बंदा कहिए सोई कहो नानक जिन हुक्म पछाता कहो नानक जिन हुक्म पछाता प्रभ साहिब का दिन भेद जाता प्रभ साहिब का दिन भेद जाता दिन भेद जाता कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई खुदाए कोई खुदाए कोई बोल गुसैया सेव गुसैया सेव गुसैया कोई अलाए कोई अलाए कोई अलाए बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, 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 राम राम। जी कोई बोले, कोई बोले राम राम, जी कोई बोले राम, बोले राम, बोले राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम। कोई खुदाए, कोई खुदाए, कोई सेव गुसैया, सेव गुसैया, कोई अलाए, कोई अलाए, कोई अलाए, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, बोले, कोई बोले राम राम, राम, कोई बोले राम, राम राम, राम, कोई बोले राम, कोई बोला राम, बोला राम, कोई बोला राम, बोला राम, कोई बोला राम, बोला राम, कोई बोला राम राम, कोई बोला राम राम। कोई पढ़े वेद, कोई पढ़े वेद, कोई पढ़े वेद, कोई का देव, कोई पढ़े वेद, कोई का देव, कोई का देव, कोई ओडनील, कोई ओडनील, ओडनील, कोई सुपेद, कोई बोला राम राम, कोई बोला राम राम, कोई बोला राम राम, कोई Saga mama magare dani, saga mama magare da da mama magare da da maga magare da da mama magare da mama magare da magare da gare da koi bole ram ram, koi bole ram. Saga mama mama ni da gare da ni da gare da ni da gare da ni da mama magare da ni da pada mama ni da pada mama ni da pada mama ni da koi bole ram ram. कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई खुदाए, कोई खुदाए, कोई सेव गुसैया, सेव गुसैया, कोई अलाए, कोई अलाए, कोई अलाए, बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, कोई बोले राम राम, खूब 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 तेरो नाम जी तेरो नाम जी तेरो नाम खूब 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 तेरो नाम तेरो नाम तेरो नाम जी कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम कोई बोले राम राम कोई खुदाए कोई सेवाए गुसैया कोई अलाए
एक दर्शन एक मूर्त अनेक दर्शन कीन रूप अनेक खेल खेल अखेल खेलन अंत को फिर एक कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल
एक नूर ते सब जग उपजिया अव्वल अल्लाह का नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कोई बोले राम राम कोई खुदाए कुदरत के सब बंदे जी एक नूर ते सब जग उपजिया एक नूर ते सब जग उपजिया जी कौन पले को मंदे कौन पले को मंदे कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम जी कोई खुदाए कगो नानक जिन हुक्म पछाता कगो नानक जिन प्रभ साहिब का तिन भेद जाता प्रभ साहिब का तिन भेद जाता तिन भेद जाता कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई बोल राम राम कोई खुदाए कोई सेव गुसैया कोई अलाए कोई बोल राम राम 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 कोई बोला जी राम कोई
ओंकार वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। श्री भगवती जी सहाय पातशाही 12वीं प्रथम भगवती सिमर कै गुरु नानक लई ध्याए फिर अंगद गुरते अमरदास रामदासै होई सहाय। अर्जुन हर गोबिंद नूं सिमरो श्री हर राय श्री हर कृष्ण जी ध्याईए जिस डिठे सब दुख जाए। तेग बहादुर सिमरिए घर नौ निधावत आए दसम पातशाह साहिब श्री सतगुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी सब थई होए सहाय। श्री सतगुरु बालक सिंह जी सिमरिए जिन मार्ग दिया बताए अकाल पुरख अंतरजामी श्री सतगुरु राम सिंह जी जिन जम तो लिया छड़ाए। जोत का जामा श्री सतगुरु हरि सिंह जी सिमरिए जिन टूटी सिक्खी गोलियां मलाए वड्डे प्रताप वाले अटल प्रतापी ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਿਮਰਿਐ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਚ ਸੋਧ ਨਾਮ ਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਹ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਚਲਾਏ। ਸਰਬ ਕਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਿਮਰਿਐ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਕਹੀ ਨ ਜਾਏ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਥਾਈਂ ਹੋ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਏ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੇ 4 ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ 5 ਪਿਆਰੇ 40 ਮੁਕਤੇ 80 ਸ਼ਹੀਦ। ਬੇਅੰਤ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਵੱਲ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਚੇਤਾ ਆਵੇ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਭੁੱਲਣਹਾਰ ਆਪ ਬਖਸ਼ਿੰਦ ਪਿਤਾਓ। ਦਰੋਂ ਘਰੋਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿੱਧ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਬੇਮੁਖੋ ਕੇ ਨਮਰੀਏ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਧਰਮ ਵਰਤਾਓ। ਮਹਾਮਲੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਨਾਸ ਕਰੋ ਸੰਤ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਕਰੋ। ਗਊ ਤੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਦਾ ਕਸ਼ ਦੂਰ ਕਰੋ। ਕੁੱਲ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੇ ਨਾ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਧਰਮ ਬਣਿਆ ਰਹੇ। ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਓਟ ਆਸਰਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਤਰ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਨਾਮ ਦਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਪਿਛਲੇ ਪੈਰ ਦੇ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਜੇ ਹਨ, ਕੀਰਤਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੀ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਅੱਖਰ ਤੁਕਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਵਾਧਾ ਘਾਟਾ ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਪੜ੍ਹੀ ਸੁਣੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਹਿਰਦਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਭਾਵ ਵਸੇ। ਆਈ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਦਰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰੋ, ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੋ, ਨਾ ਵਿਸਰੋ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਾਰੋ, ਰੱਖ ਲਓ ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ। ਦੇਖ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਹ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ। ਜੋ ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
Respected His Holiness Sadhguru Uday Singh Ji, esteemed guests and Sadh Sangat Ji, I am honored and delighted to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of Vaisakhi celebrations. Today, we are blessed to have with us our special guests from the Indian High Commission and various political parties. Thank you for graciously accepting our invitation on behalf of the Namdhari Sikh Society, Melbourne. The Namdhari Sikhs, also known as Kuka Sikhs, are a subsect of Sikhism that emerged in the mid-19th century in Punjab, India. They follow the teachings of Sadhguru Ram Singh Ji, who played a significant role in the history of Sikhs. The Namdhari community has a distinct set of practices and beliefs, including the wearing of white clothes, straight turban, and keeping uncut hair. They strongly believe in the principles of Sikhism, including the belief in one God and the importance of living a righteous and honest life. Vaisakhi, also known as Vaisakhi, is a significant festival celebrated by the Sikh community worldwide. It marks the beginning of the Sikh New Year and commemorates the creation of the Khalsa Panth, a community of baptized Sikhs founded by the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji in 1699. Vaisakhi is a time to reflect on the values of courage, selflessness, and sacrifice that the Khalsa Panth stands for, and to reaffirm our commitment to those values. As we gather here today, we are reminded of the immense contributions made by the Sikh community to Australia and the world. Sikhs have been an important part of Australian society for over a century, and their hard work, dedication, and resilience have enriched our nation in countless ways. The Namdhari Sikh Society Melbourne in particular has been a pillar of strength and a beacon of hope for Victorians in dire times of need. For example, during the pandemic, Namdhari volunteers contributed by providing free meals to countless Victorians in need. During the floods and fires, the Namdhari volunteers helped the affected communities by providing relief work and free meals, just to name a few. Together, we celebrate the diversity and richness of our multicultural society and renew our commitment to building a more inclusive and harmonious community. We also pay tribute to the sacrifices made by our forefathers and ancestors who laid the foundation of our freedom and prosperity. In the divine presence of His Holiness Sadhguru Uday Singh Ji, we seek His blessings and guidance to continue on the path of righteousness and service to humanity. His Holiness has been a source of inspiration and wisdom for countless devotees around the world, and we are honored to have him with us today. In conclusion, I once again welcome you all to this joyous occasion of Vaisakhi celebrations and thank our special guests for their presence and support. Let us all come together in the spirit of love, unity and service to celebrate the Sikh New Year and renew our commitment to the values of the Khalsa Panth. With that, I would like to introduce our first guest of honor, Dr. Sushil Kumar. Dr. Kumar assumed charge as Consul General of India in Melbourne, Australia in 2022. He previously served in the Indian missions in Kuwait and Colombo. Dr. Kumar has done his PhD from the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, and served briefly as scientist before joining the Indian Foreign Service in 2009. I would like to invite Dr. Kumar to come on stage and say a few words, please.
Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, good evening everyone. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we have gathered here today and pay my respect to their elders, past, present and emerging. I would also like to acknowledge His Holiness Sri Sadguru Uday Singh Ji, Sri Suba Satnam Singh Ji, Sri Nirmal Singh Namdhari Ji, Honorable Jason Wood, Member of Parliament, Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Immigration, Honorable MP Emma Ji, distinguished members of Indian diaspora, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to participate in this Vaisakhi celebrations being organized by Namdhari Sikh Society of Australia. I would like to thank them for organizing this celebration, which is a symbol of love, peace, happiness, and prosperity for all. Vaisakhi marks the formation of Khalsa Panth and is also a start of new Sikh year. This is related to agriculture harvest season in Punjab, and we all celebrate this festival with joy and enthusiasm. The contribution of Namdhari in our freedom struggle is remarkable. As we celebrate the 75 years of India's independence, we fondly remember all those who sacrificed their life to achieve independence. And we celebrate the Kuka revolt very much on this occasion. I would like to mention that India as a nation inspires the world to achieve world peace, stability, prosperity. The philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is, whole world is one family, is integral to our civilizational ethos. Friends, I have been here in Melbourne for almost 8 months now and very much enjoying this multiculturalism of Melbourne. Victoria has the largest number of Indian diaspora who are present across all walks of society. They have enriched this place with culture, festivals, food. I am happy to see Indian community has been assimilated very well. In Australia, imbibe the values of this place and at the same time are preserving India's rich cultural heritage and traditions. I am delighted to see that not only Indian community is culturally very active here, but also the Australian community and dignitaries I can see in front of me today. They enjoy Indian cultural diversity. Today, India and Australia are vital partners and we enjoy excellent bilateral relationship, which has gone under transformative evolution in recent years under the visionary leadership of both the countries. Indian diaspora, people-to-people contact between the two countries is the bedrock of our relationship. And I'm glad to note that Indian diaspora, they are contributing too much in strengthening the relationship between the two countries. On behalf of the consulate, I would like to assure you all's support in promoting community harmony in multicultural Victoria. Once again, I thank Namdhari Sikh Society of Australia for organizing this Vaisakhi festival and wish you all a very blessed day. Thank you so much. Long live India-Australia relationship. Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar. His Holiness will present him with a token of appreciation. Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage Member Parliament for Latrobe, Honorable Jason Wood, Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Community Safety and Migrant Services, to come on stage and say a few words, please. Mr. Jason Wood.
Sat Sri Akal. It gives me a great pleasure to join you at this very special Vaisakhi celebrations. And can I say that Kurirup Gurdwara, every time I'm coming here, you've got more and more followers, and I know I saw there's works going out the back. So be very proud of your achievements locally, as I am. Very proud to have the Kurirup Gurdwara in the electoral Latrobe. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, elders past and present. I thank President Gurpreet Singh, Treasurer Anup Singh, Secretary Sumata, Nirel Singh, Nimal has given me a nickname. I think it's Jai Sim, is that right? Jai Singh, thank you very much. Budpunda Singh and the committee members for the Kurirup Gurdwara for the very kind invitation. It's great to see so many people here today. I acknowledge His Holiness Satguru Uday Singh Jay, the spiritual head of Namadar community. Thank you so much for your presence here and coming to Australia, and in particular coming out here to Kurirup. I acknowledge the Consular General of India, Dr. Sohail Kamal. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again. Also Emma Vullen, MP for Pakenham, and Emma and I on different side of politics, but this is a great thing about Australia. We all work together to make sure Australia is the best multicultural country in the world. Understand His Holiness Satguru Uday Singh Jay is a passionate advocate in promoting the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Jay, the founder of Sikhism. And it's great to be here today with so many friends. And I'd just like to also acknowledge I've got Monty Singh here from the Pakenham Gurdwara, and in the Liberal Party, Monty, as a Sikh, is the leader of all my branch members in the local area, and something the Sikh community can be very proud of. And also I've got Karthik Aruso, who also works for me, but is also works in Peter Dutton, the opposition leader's office. So again, from the Indian community, you can be very proud. And I've got my good friend Andrew McNabb here, also from the Liberal Party. And the reason I make mention of that is because the Sikh and Indian community play such a major role now in the Australian community. It's actually overtaken China as the most migrated from another country. So India, there's more now Indians living in Australia, born in India, than there are Chinese who are born in China. And back to His Holiness, under his guidance, the Namadir community has continued to grow and thrive, with a focus on serving to humanity and promotion of spiritual values, and I thank His Holiness for his great contributions. Vaisakhi, and I've been to a few Vaisakhi events. The Harvest Festival marks the start of the Punjabi New Year and also marks the birth of Khalsa, a day to celebrate when Sikhism was born as a collective faith and religion. The foundation day of Sikh being celebrated since 1699. And understand this is one of the most important dates in the Sikh calendar. And something I'm very proud of myself under my previous role is making, as the Assistant Minister in the Morrison government, is making multicultural places of faith safer places, whether it be a Muslim mosque, a Jewish synagogue, but also when it came to Sikh Gurdwaras. In actual fact, I intervened on a number of those and provided funding against the department's wishes and sometimes against the wishes of the media. For example, the Keysborough Gurdwara and I think Craigieburn and others too, where we've gone in and have made sure those Gurdwaras are safer places. And this is something I'm very keen to support the Kurup Gurdwara with. One of the reasons we do that, as we've heard before, the Sikh community, you're so generous in times of need of helping other people. When it came to COVID-19, we heard before how your Gurdwara has done so much amazing work helping others. When it comes to bushfires and floods, we always can rely on the Sikh community to go out there, in some ways lead the charge, and that we had Sikh Volunteers Australia, and that's something I also secured funding for, which I'm glad to say was matched by the new government with all their new kits and facilities which we provided. So be very proud of yourselves being Australian Sikhs, as I am, and with Anzac Day coming up in a few days' time on Tuesday, and Monty and I was just talking about this before, in the First and Second World Wars, the Sikhs, I think, was only 2% of the British population, but sadly between those two wars lost nearly 200,000 soldiers, and the Sikhs worldwide are regarded as tremendous warriors, fighters and soldiers, and you serve and you've gone on to keep conserving your community and also representing the Australian forces. So I'm very proud of our Sikh community here in Australia. I'm very proud of our Indian community, and just recently I was in India in January and went to a Gurdwara in Delhi, and they were very surprised how much knowledge I had of Gurdwaras in my Sikh communities because of coming to Kurup and other Gurdwaras where you've educated me. So again, thanks very much for having us here today, and I very much look forward to having one of your, I think it's chai teas out the back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. I can only say one thing: what Jason says, he does. So if he's going to, he's done a lot of work for enhancing the security of a lot of Gurudwaras in Victoria, and as he's promised, he's going to do the same for our Kurup Gurdwara. I'm pretty sure he's going to live up to that promise as well. Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage Mr. Manoj Kumar. Mr. Kumar is a global campaigner for the Global Council for Environment and Health Australia. Mr. Kumar has been actively involved with the Namdhari community for a number of years now. Mr. Kumar, if you could please come on stage.
Sat Sri Akal and happy Vaisakhi to all of you. Friends, first of all, I would like to pay my best sincere regard to His Holiness Sat Guru Sri Uday Singh Ji for gracing us his presence in Australia. We can't forget the sacrifice of Sat Guru Sri Ram Singh Ji and Namdhari community during freedom movement in India. Countless Namdhari community sacrificed their life during various movements in India to protect the people and their family. The community has given and supported many precious vision to the global community like gender equality, women empowerment, care for nature, engagement in education and sports, services to the humanity. I have been blessed to be associated with local Namdhari community in Melbourne and Sri Nirmal Singh Namdhari ji, Anup, Hardev ji, and most of them they know me. I am almost associated and part of them and has been closely working and seeing their services to the community even during difficult time like many people has already mentioned during bushfire and other time Namdhari community has been involved to provide food and cleaning the area during bushfire. I hope our local community Namdhari community will lead the Victorian community at large in a various activities to make our Victoria prosper and better place. I can say at the last, Namdhari Gurus had always come forward when the humanity and the community was in a struggle. In Hindi, there is a saying, I'm sorry for those who don't understand Hindi, धरा जब जब विकल होती मुसीबत का समय आता किसी भी रूप में कोई महामानव चला आता. So when there was and there is any struggle to humanity, in some way Namdhari Gurus has come forward to save the humanity, to save the community. As far as the population of Namdhari community concerned, I can say it's a thin minority community, but you are the pillar of largest community of the world, that's India. Thank you very much. Once again, happy Vaisakhi to all.
Thank you, Manojji. Manojji will receive a token of appreciation from Sadhguruji. Thanks. Now I would like to call on stage Dr. Santosh Yadav, who is the head of UP Association of Australia. He is also Ayush Ambassador for the Government of India. Dr. Yadav has also been nominated for the UP Ratan Global Award for his contributions in the field of Ayurveda. I would like to request him to come on stage and say a few words, please.
Vaisakhi to all of you. As he mentions, myself is Ayurvedic doctor. Actually, I was not prepared to speak here actually, but you can see here how that like a holy, like a calm, cool, everything. The color white is already keeping your stress level is down actually. If everyone measure the stress level now, then I think you can find that your stress level is definitely going down actually. So anyway, being Ayurvedic doctor, always I will empathize the health of the persons. So definitely, and Namdhari, Sir Nirmal Singh Namdhari, we are connected many times. In the good time, bad time, always we help. And as everyone say, Council General of India and Jason Wood, all dignitaries say about the lot of things about the Vaisakhi and the community. So I'm not going to say, but definitely Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya ki bhavna, like that we have to have here, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So that's I want to say, and I'm not taking much time. Thank you for giving this honor to hear I speak for all of you. So thank you. Happy Vaisakhi again. Thank you.
Dr. Yadav to receive appreciation from Sadhguruji. Now I would like to call on stage Honorable Emma Violin, Member Parliament from Pakenham for the ruling party. Um, Something about Emma. Prior to entering Parliament, Emma worked as an electorate officer for both state and federal members of Parliament. Prior to that, Emma worked in retail and administration roles as a veterinarian nurse. I would like to call her on stage to say a few words, please.
Thank you. Before I start, I would just like to say that this is my first visit to the Kooyarrup Gurdwara, and thank you so much for having me. It's a beautiful place, and I must say the musicians did a wonderful job. I couldn't believe it. I felt very relaxed, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And I must say there was a young man in the front row that I think is an upcoming musician if he's not already, and he kept to that beat the whole time, so well done. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I would also like to acknowledge the cultural and faith leaders here today, in particular the spiritual head of the Namdari community, His Holiness Vaisakhi Uday Singh Jing, the Honourable Jason Wood, Federal Member for the Chobe, Dr. Shashil Kumar, Consul General of India, and distinguished guests. But most importantly, I would like to thank you all for having me here today to celebrate this significant occasion with you this afternoon, and to acknowledge the efforts of all your volunteers who make these events happen. It is an honour to celebrate Vaisakhi with you all, knowing that millions of others around the world are also rejoicing in this ancient spring festival. Your joy at this time is infectious, and it implies a time of peace and prosperity for all. My personal understanding of Vaisakhi is that it commemorates significant cultural beliefs and customs that still ring true today. In fact, they remain more relevant than ever in our contemporary world. Traditionally, it was a time to stand up for religious freedom. It was a time when all Sikhs were urged to not only stand up for their own freedom or beliefs, but the freedom of others. This symbolic declaration that every religion is respected still rings true today. And this has emerged a willingness to support a more inclusive future for all. And though some prejudice persists in some parts of our community, this spirit of equality has enabled the Sikh community to strengthen relationships within their faith with others. Your spirit of Vaisakhi, your culture of appreciation and gratitude, and the Sikh sincere belief of equality across all humanity is well noted and recognised in Victoria. Whenever a community is in need, you are there, and I sincerely thank you. As a representative of our local community in the Victorian State Government, I want you to know that your presence and your contributions are greatly appreciated. Cultural diversity is one of the greatest assets we have here locally in Victoria, and more locally here in the Pakenham districts and surrounds. Special occasions like today give us opportunity to recognise, respect and value how the breadth of our beliefs and experiences can be shared in sincere celebration. Thank you again for your warm welcome and the privilege of sharing this special event with you all. Happy Vaisakhi.
Thank you, Emma, for your kind words. Emma, to receive appreciation from Sadhguru Uday Singh Ji. We have few more acknowledgements today. I would like to call on stage Gagan Bhamra from PTV News Channel to receive a token of appreciation from His Holiness. Gagan Bhamra. Next, I would like to call on stage Chairman for Federal Electorate, La Trobe, Charan Monty Sodhi, to receive appreciation from Sadhguruji. Andrew McNabb, Liberal Party Chairman for SCC Pakenham, will receive appreciation from His Holiness. Karthik Rasu, Advisor to Honorable Minister Jason Wood. Mr. Neeraj Nanda, Editor, South Asian Times, Melbourne. And Mr. Siddharth Matrik, who is the partner in the law firm Veera Lawyer Victoria. That concludes our ceremony. I would like to thank all of you for coming for this celebration today. Langar will be served. I've been told Jason loves Indian chai. We're going to see, we'll treat you to some herbal tea today. Thank you. I would request everyone to please be seated. I would apologize in advance. I would like to request His Holiness to say a few words. Apologies, guys.
Honorable parliamentarians, Mr. Jason Wood, Miss Emma, I couldn't get your full name, and Dr. Kumar, our councillor, Dr. Yadav, Mr. Manoj Kumar, Monty, and other dignitaries, Satkar Yog, Sadh Sangat Ji. It's indeed a pleasure to have all of you here and celebrate this Vaisakhi. As you have heard, probably you have sent the literature. It's a special occasion because of the two reasons. First, it's a seasonal festival. It's a beautiful diversity Almighty has created. Coming from Australia, when you are entering the fall, probably some of you know the agriculture, you will be planting wheat, oats, and barleys, and we are harvesting in India. We have a short season, it's a harvesting season, and farmers celebrate this. And for Sikhs, it's very important because our 10th Lord, our 10th Master, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, did the sadhana of Khalsa Panth. Although Sikhism started with Guru Nanak Dev Patsha, but Guru Gobind Singh gave us this special identity. This separate identity was given to us by Guru Gobind Singh. And why was it necessary at that time? Why was it required at that time? India was ruled by invaders, which were Mughals, and who wanted to have one religion all over the country. So Sadhguruji prepared an army to fight against that repression, and that is how the Khalsa Panth was born. And India got rid of Mughals, and that was the beginning. And Sadhguruji, our 10th Lord, Guru Gobind Singh, gave sacrifice of his 4 sons, his mother, and our 9th Sadhguru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, also sacrificed himself in this fight against the Mughals. So as the time passed, then India was ruled for a long time by starting with East India Company and British government, and then that freedom fight was started by our 12th Guru, Sadhguru Ram Singh Ji, and eventually we got this freedom in 1947, where we enjoy the diversity of different religions, of different races, of different languages. Probably a country, I know the beautiful diversity you have created in Australia also, and you have given I always appreciate such countries where you have given an equal opportunity for everyone to come here and dream here and to live their dreams. India also is a huge diversity where more than 30 languages are spoken, more than 20 different religions are practiced, and it has given an opportunity for everyone to flourish. But we are, the only difference is we are a country of 1.4 billion people, while you are probably a country of only 30 million. So, so that's a big difference, and probably our Sikh brothers, our Indians coming here are serving the cause, serving the economy to grow here, and you are giving them an opportunity to live a beautiful dream. I was just thinking when Jason mentioned that Sikhs are known or were known as the warriors, we would also like Sikhs to be known to be the messengers of peace, to be known as messengers of the interracial, interreligious harmony, because that is the need of the hour. Today also this world is going through a multiple wars. It's only the Ukraine which is in the press, but if we look at Ethiopia, we look at Sudan, we look at Yemen, and those precious lives are being lost which can be saved. I know a lot of our Sikh brothers are going to different places, they are serving the food, but we would need a blessing from Almighty, and we will need a prayer from anyone that Sikhs should be known as the messengers of peace, as the messengers of harmony, and we create a world where everybody is happy. Nobody should go hungry. There should be no fights. There should be no jealousy. We should be all one, and we should enjoy this universe created by our Creator. Thank you so much for coming.